My husband is inside with my baby, and let me go to somewhere I'll be comfortable. But it's someone here. It's this place. I just need to clear some air because okay. I'm not ever. Guys, how do I start? How do I say this so that people will understand my point, the motive for why I'm doing this? Every marriage has its own side of the coin. Like every marriage has, I get the point, but do you know what it means for some persons that never expected to experience something, and when they begin to experience that, all you need to do is to give those people time for them to acclimatize, for them to get used to the system, to the situation. So many persons are criticizing me. Why are you this stubborn? Why are you this disrespectful? Why are you this? Why are you that? Truth is, like I've always established, I married my husband out of love. That is just the whole truth. But then, obrozi fen na afo kanchi nanga afo. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. It's not what the Pepe I'm saying now. I never anticipated it, so it took me unawares. And to be frank, it's only going to take time for me to just comprehend and understand the situation, you get, and then live with it. Because I've chosen to live with it, right? This is more like repeating what I've said. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because my husband will never learn until you do things the hard way. My husband would never act like a man until you decide to do things the other way. And there are people like that. All you just need to do is to understand this set of people. If they are women, if they are men, all you need to do is to understand them and then walk the way they walk, what they understand, speak the language you understand. My husband, I don't know, we were in the midst of trying to make peace. We were in the midst of trying to move on. One morning, Okonukocha with his men went to shout. Yeah. He went with men and then he invaded A1's privacy and all of that. In the midst of trying to make peace. I keep saying these things. For the love of God, if you are doing business with somebody, okay, let's exclude sentiments. You know, one of the major problems of Nigerians is sentiments. Nigerians are too sentimental. We are very, very emotional. Once we take off emotions from the dealings, from our lives, you see that our country will move to a very great place. You see that government we've been complaining of that is not working, that everything we're complaining of, once we checkmate our emotions, we'll see progress, massive progress. Exclude sentiments aside. If a man is working with a woman, let's say I'm not Chijuke's wife, and then we are working, I own a company, and I hire him, or we are working, whichever one it is. Okay, let's forget who owns or who does not own. Put the first, we are co-heading a company. And I'm not related, I'm not his wife, I'm not his sister. Would he dare take a decision without his partner's consent? So why is he now different with me? Why? So I said what I said the other time. I was annoyed, I was paranoid because he took the decisions to run our business all by himself, all to himself, without involving me. And I was hot. I was not well with it. Chijioke is somebody that when I talk to, he doesn't listen to me. The only reason why he listened, why he had to even come to terms and do one or two that he did, was because I came up online to say things. And then the little men that he's afraid of, because once those that is answerable to, so when they saw that, they had to caution him and he retracts. So that is the reason why I'm doing this as well, because once I do this, I'll post it and those persons will see it again. Because my own is that I'll be giving it, but I'll be doing it back to back until he starts acting right. I'm okay. I'm not complaining. I'm okay. I will keep doing what I need to do that will give me the desirable results I need, regardless of whomever understands or not, regardless of what people say to me or not. I'll keep doing what I'm supposed to do. Because, God, we're trying to make peace. We're trying to make progress. If Chijioke does not want me as a wife again, I feel he should just publicly say it or say it to my face. So I will know that, okay, the effort I'm trying to make, okay, this person does not even deserve it, or this person does not even want it. And then I move the fuck up. He makes a decision to get a new, it is true that A1 had to, I don't even want to talk about all the reasons or how we came to a conclusion. But A1 decided to leave the page. He gave us back our pages. It is our pages. Because I am the Aisha and he's the Odogu. It is not Odogu page. It is not Odogu lovers. It is not Yamaba Comedian. He has other pages. He has other page called Yamaba Comedian. I don't argue. I don't drive. It is his right. But this is Odogu and Aisha. I am entitled. It is my own right. We are doing this together. For God knows, I was against it till it happened, but then fine. I was only fine with it because A1 had to, okay, fine, Aisha, let me just, okay, and then I had to, fine. And after that, Chijioke had the nerve, Chijioke had the audacity to come up scouting for new admins without discussing with me. What is why all this back and forth? If Chijioke respects me enough and see my value, if not because the society keeps backing up this guy's misconduct, it's not high time that he discussed issues with me? If Eddie can usher a new admin for our page, then he's doing it solo. I didn't even know about it. I only got to know about it online. A man that we stay in the same house. A man that I try to cook for him and he eats. What is all this? What kind of disrespect? If there's anything I hate in my life, it is disrespect. What kind of disrespect? Not just, what kind of disregard is this? Scouting for new admin without my consent. Where is the place of, okay, baby, okay, or fine, Ijoma, or whatever it is you want to call me? Where is the place of, okay, it is high time we got a new admin. Okay, see the way I want to go about it. Is it okay by you? And if it's not okay by me, I say no, and then we don't go with it. He needs my own. God, I don't want to raise my voice so that it doesn't look as if I'm sounding bitter. It doesn't look as if I'm sounding disrespectful. But man, this is unfair. And then to top it all, he's saying that he wants MC2 Mike. He already has preferences. He already has people he even wants to manage our page without even asking me if I am okay with these people. Without even asking me if I want these people. Which I don't want any of them. Is it the praise they am? I want virgin mouth. He's my, at least let me have somebody that understands me. Let me have somebody that when something goes wrong, I will know how to hold him. Do you get? You can't just do a business with a complete stranger, somebody you don't really know anything about. Because when things will backfire, when you're doing something, it isn't even about the present. You do it because of the future. In case I dear mama, if it maybe came only gauge that kimala ki see where what on wigi. These are what couples should engage in. These are what business partners should discuss. It is not a solo business. This is not this is not a marriage where they say, because I still don't agree to this whole women should submit this. I'm not a preacher of that. A marriage, you people are together, you people are one. Whatever it is you're doing, the husband should tell the wife. Whatever it is the wife is doing, the wife should tell the husband. It is not it is not everything. The women will be licking the asses of these men. It is not right. And I will keep saying it. It is not right. Who I want is virgin mouth. Because he's the best for me. He's my brother. I know him. And he's transparent. He has proven trustworthy in so many ways to me. He's somebody that's honor asanya. When it is black, he will tell you it's black. And when it is white, he will tell you he's white, regardless of what it would cost him. And that is my type of person. God. And then I hear God. It is quite funny how men demand for what they don't give out. It is on our wakamis, on our walibis. That is my head it is doing me wah. There is an antenna in my head that used to spark when I see men that demand for what they cannot give. You want respect from a woman when you don't even respect the woman. Do you people even know what love is? Do you know that it is very difficult for you to keep loving somebody that does not love you? One day you just stop loving. The same way it is quite hurting. In fact, the same way it is quite impossible to respect somebody that does not respect you. They say respect is reciprocal. When you respect Mr. A gives you that same energy of respect you give to him. Or even he gives you more. You can't take what you didn't give you. You can't sow what you didn't. You can't reap what you didn't sow. Talking about submission, how wives should submit to the church. Gold. I won't even hammer on that. Chijoke had the nerve. Saying that I don't submit to him, blah blah blah. That's in the Bible. Christ says that wives should submit to their husbands, just as you submit to church. Just as Christ submits to the church, and husbands, I don't know. But then that's my own major deal. Men keep forgetting this. They say women should submit to their husbands, right? Just as our Christ submits to the church, right? Or I don't know. But then the most important thing that I want to even talk about is they said men should love their wives just as Christ loved the church. It is very easy. It is very easy for the woman to submit, because submission is very easy. But the woman can only submit to the husband when the husband is loving the woman as Christ loved the church. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? For Christ loved the church. That was why he died for the church. The church is not an abstract. The church is you and I, humans. So for Christ loved you that he died for you. How many husbands can die for their wives? How many husbands can take a bullet for their wives? You don't love your wife and then you expect your wife to submit to you. I laugh at you. I laugh at you in Swahili. I laugh at you in Portuguese. Do you know what it means to love your wife as Christ loved the church? It means you regard your wife. It means you respect your wife. It means you care about your wife. When you respect your wife, you take good care of your wife. When you respect your wife, you listen to your wife. When you respect your wife, you talk to your wife about everything. When you regard your wife, you don't hide anything from her. When you respect your wife, you don't subject her to anything. When you love your wife as Christ loved the church, you worship your wife. When you love your wife as Christ loved the church, you will die for your wife. When you love your wife as Christ loved the church, you provide for your wife regardless. When you love your wife as Christ loved the church, you overlook everything. When you love your wife as Christ loved the church, your wife becomes first. Your wife comes first. When you love your wife as Christ loved the church, you love without expectations. How many men love their wives as Christ loved the church? They don't talk about that because they don't do it. But they preach and shove submission down every woman's esophagus. Tell me. Obura kanni kwa akebe. Akebe megeni. Okwa kanni. It's not when you begin to do all those things, those little things. When you start doing all those petty things, you think they don't matter. Things begin to fall in place. This is the only language my husband understands. Because he's obsessed with media. Social media na boyara. So this is the only thing he understands. So once he comes now, once he sees this, he'll take his time and watch. Okay, fine. And then of course, then once they come and tell him, nah, your woman is this, so nobody aware one there. But when you talk to him one-on-one, he doesn't understand it. I don't know what kind of illiteracy does that. I don't know. I think illiteracy has a role in all of that. But then, since this is the language he understands, I will keep doing it. Because there is a desired result that I'm looking for. And every time I do this, I get that thing I'm looking for. So that's why I'll keep doing this. Until he begins to understand. There are so many things, there are so many angles to marriages that couples need to unlock to get a better result. No marriage is perfect. I'm telling you, no, I already know I have experience of the imperfection. But then how do you handle the imperfection? Do you force yourself to accept it? Or do you just take your time, understand it, and work with it? That is what I'm doing. I'm not going to, for people just want, what people want is lie. People just want to be fed lies. And I'm not about feeding lies. People just want me to follow along, tag along. Whatever happens, I will just, they want that. That is the idea of a good wife. A woman that does not talk back at her husband. A woman that does not speak. A woman that listens. A woman that does what she's being asked. A woman that doesn't complain. Well, I'm not such a woman. Because I'm a wife does not mean I am an animal. I am first a human being. No, if I can work man. Chijioke does not know that. I don't know him. He doesn't think that I'm a woman. So he doesn't think that I'm a human. He thinks that I am an alien that is a woman. I am a human first. I am a human first before being a woman. Jesus. Guys.
Hey.
Yeah. Babe. I was not doing. I just came to sit here.
How?
I want to arrange this place.
Yeah, now.
I'm coming.
You've been here all alone all this while.
I said I'm trying to arrange the room.
Yeah, come on.